Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the Guides Association of New York City, Mr. Michael Dillinger.
Wow. Oh, go ahead. Let it fly. Well, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2016 GANYC. Tonight, we celebrate the greatest city in the entire world, and as I tell visitors on my tours, that is not open for debate. So no matter where else you're from, get over it. You're in New York now. It's all that matters, right? But this evening is very special because tonight we honor the organizations and the individuals that support the work we tourist guides do as ambassadors of our city by encouraging. Whether, like me, you are a lifelong New Yorker with family roots that date back to the 1840s, there's lots of NYC in this DNA. All share is an enduring love of this crazy, beautiful, historic town, and we are delighted that you are here to celebrate it with us. Every day, for professional tourist guides, New York City is the star of our show. So, to begin tonight's show, this is New York. I mean, who would not want to be a guy when you get to play in this playground every day? I just love it. I love it so much. Anyway, now I would like to introduce you to the chairperson of the GANYC Apple Awards Committee, the producer of this wonderful event tonight, the beautiful, extremely talented Adrian Cooper.
Thank you all so much for coming. I'm so thrilled that you all could make it. I'm so thrilled to be a part of this organization. The whole point is to really honor New York City and what we as guides do every day, which is honor New York City. So honoring the best of the best really feels good in the soul. So thank you all who are here tonight. Thank you to all of the presenters, all of the nominees, all of our volunteers, everybody. Really, truly, thank you. We couldn't do this without you. Really. I'm so honored. Last year I had the great fortune to present the food nominees, which as a food tour guide is super exciting, I gotta tell you. This year I am that much more fortunate to present this letter from the mayor. Although it would be better if food were included. So, from Mayor Bill de Blasio. Dear friends, I'm delighted to welcome everyone to the Guides Association of New York City Apple Awards ceremony. Travel is one of New York's most vibrant industries, bringing a record-breaking 58 million visitors to our city in 2015 alone. Yes, that deserves applause, guys. My team and I are working hard to make New York a city that people from all walks of life can enjoy as a place to live and visit. And as this vital sector continues to grow, I am grateful to GANYC for helping to foster tourism through the 5 boroughs. Since 1974, the dedicated tour guides of GANYC have been New York's welcoming ambassadors, drawing upon their expertise and passions to showcase the rich heritage, diversity, and beauty of our iconic city. I applaud GANYC's members for their many valuable contributions as we work together to ensure that New York remains a destination of choice for people around the globe. On behalf of our great city, I extend congratulations to tonight's honorees. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful evening and continued success. Sincerely, Bill de Blasio. And now I have the utmost pleasure of introducing tonight's wonderful hosts for the 2nd year in a row. You may know them from this wonderful show, How to Be a New Yorker. We have Kevin James Doyle and Olivia Petsky.
Hello, everybody! How's everybody doing? Wonderful to see you. You all look so beautiful.
So many absurdly attractive people in one room.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Including.
Oh, thank
Libby,
you.
you look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Kevin's also here. Okay.
Guys, thank you so much. This
Thank
is the
you.
2nd annual Apple Awards put on by the Guides Association of New York City, and we truly are blessed and happy to be back here for the 2nd year, so thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. Honestly, as 2 native New Yorkers, this means so much to us. I was born and raised in the Valley.
Oh. Where's the Valley?
It's in an outer borough.
I am from an outer borough as well.
No, you're not. You're from Ohio.
You're from Boston.
Okay, so I'm from an outer.
Really outer boroughs.
Very far
Okay.
outer borough, but it's still more legit than Staten Island.
Just want to make sure you guys were awake,
Okay.
okay? This is going to be great.
Okay.
Who are the locals? Where are the
We're the
locals out there?
native
Clap for
New
yourselves.
Okay.
Great.
Very, very cool. And honestly, that is definitely something to brag about. As a native New Yorker, you are in amazing company. I mean, Spike Lee is a native New Yorker. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a native New Yorker. Notorious RBG.
And Donald Trump is a native New Yorker, okay? So don't get too cocky, natives, all right? We gotta keep you humble. There were some duds. We had some duds.
But honestly, we do have some very cool New York celebrities here tonight. The Bowery Boys, are you here?
Bowery Boys.
Very, very cool. Lee Gelber is here. And Bill de Blasio is here.
No. He's not here.
No, I thought he read a speech. He was here.
We had pizza backstage. He had to run home and get a fork, and that's why he left the fork.
I'd say we're 2 for 2.
It's been 1 year since we've been here.
An entire year.
A lot happens in a year in
A
New York
lot
City, right?
happens in a year. I mean, the Mets made it all the way to the World Series this year.
Did they win?
No, they're still the Mets.
Oh. Brooklyn, the hottest real estate market in the entire country.
Oh, yeah.
Who saw that coming? Right?
A lot of people.
They just announced a skyscraper that's going to be over 1,000 feet tall.
Yeah, 73 floors.
And they're all already rented. There's going to be 40 floors of artisanal coffee shops. There's going to be 30 floors of hot yoga studios and 25 old-timey barbershops for people with beards. Okay?
And you know, Danny Meyer, he shook up the restaurant scene again this year. This time it was for enacting this no tipping policy in all of his restaurants, right? And servers and bartenders all over the city, they were just yelling, "No, this changes everything!" And European tourists all over the city were yelling, "This doesn't change anything!"
We have to say, the city changed a lot. Olivia and I can barely keep up with the city.
It's a lot.
It's the same with all of you. It's a tough city to keep up with. So if you're a tourist, this is a stressful place to come. So it's very important to have a very, very good tour guide.
A GANYC guide.
A GANYC guide, right? It is. Without all of you, all of those tourists would be going to Sbarro instead of Lombardi's Pizza.
Honestly,
Right?
you know, they'd be wasting their money in what's left of Little Italy when they could be on Arthur Avenue.
Yeah.
Right?
Without you guys, they would have no idea how to get down to the White Horse Tavern.
No. Well,
Gee,
now,
no.
I'll be honest, though, sometimes I get, because what? So it's on Hudson,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, Hudson
between
and
West
West-
10th and West 11th.
No, it's not. West 10th and West 11th are next to it. There's Perry and Charles between them.
But
so
why are they next to each other? That doesn't make any sense. What, is there like no West 6th Street?
there's no West 6th Street. Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
What-
I mean, and Queens, forget about it. Someone says, "Hey, I'm on 41st." And you're like, street, road, drive, crescent?
What is a crescent?
What is a crescent?
What is a crescent? All right? That is why we need you guys
That's
to
why we
explain
need
what
you.
a crescent is. Okay?
We'd be lost without you. Forget Google Maps. We need people.
Yeah. So it's going to be a wonderful night. We're going to celebrate the greatest city in the world. We're going to celebrate you tour guides.
Absolutely. It's going to be an amazing night. There will be laughter. There will be awards. There will be music.
Okay, I don't know if there's going to be music. We don't have any, music planned or anything.
No.
Like
Kevin,
that.
I'm sorry.
What?
We were here last year, okay? Obviously they liked us, so they had us come back. So we can't just like do the same
I'm not
thing
going to
we did last
sing,
year.
Olivia. I don't sing.
Kevin,
That's
it's
not my
fine.
thing.
We can't. Do you want to come back for the third year?
All right, what are we going to sing about?
I don't know. I think we can figure something out.
New York, New York. It's a hell of a town.
I told you this was a good idea.
All right. New York, New York, a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the Battery's down. The people ride in a hole in the ground. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. All right, I'm getting into it. I like it.
I know.
So many places here, right?
So much. Where should we start? The famous places to visit are so many, or so the guidebooks say.
Why use a guidebook when you could use a person and do a tour all day?
Gotta see the whole town.
From the Airbus or ground or the bay, it's the GANYC way. New York, New York, let's talk about space.
When visitors ask you, is this your whole place?
You tell them you're red, they go blue in the face. New York, New York, it's up the 6th staircase. 4,000
$100,000 for a studio. I think it's a deal.
Where is
It's in Williamsburg.
Oh, no. At least no tourists.
Manhattan tourists, they clog up all the sidewalks, or so the locals say.
The rule of thumb here is if you pay rent, you get the right of way.
There is so much to see. Take the A, C, or E, leave Times Square. And leave Times Square, New York, New York, a hell of a town. The people ride in a hole in the ground. Before the next 5 years, the L train is down. New York, New York. We're gonna have a great night. It's a hell of a time.
Thank you so much. Chuck, this is really exciting. We're thrilled to be here. So our first award this evening is for outstanding achievement in support of New York City culture.
She is a producer and star of the cabaret and burlesque show Peel the Glove at Sid Gould's Request Room, an etiquette columnist for Zelda Magazine, and a blogger at Tassel to Table. Please welcome Ms. Grace Gotham!
Good evening. Last year, 2 politicians presented this award. This year, they got a burlesque performer to do it. The GANYC Apple Awards are moving up in the world. But whether you love performing or politicking, writing or cooking, making art or making money, or, shocker of shockers, both. Every one of these pursuits is an aspect of New York City's culture, and that is everything. No culture, no city. The nominees for outstanding achievement in support of New York City culture are Artistic Director of the Roundabout Theater Company, Todd Haynes. Renee Minshall, Director of the Museum of the City of New York from 2003 to 2015, Susan Hinshaw Jones. Artistic Director of the Manhattan Theater Club, Lynn Meadow. And Editor for The New Yorker, David Rimnick. And the GANYC Apple Award goes to... Susan Hinshaw Jones.
Susan, where are you? All right, we've decided to accept this on Susan's behalf, but that means we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it, all right?
Thank you so much. As Susan would say, thank you.
Who doesn't show up to your own award show? I mean, come on, you won an award. I want to win an award.
Well, I just won one.
You did. We're taking the apple. I'm taking the apple.
Taking it.
All right, we don't want to go too hard on tourists, all right? So we're going to get all of it out of the way because, you know what, without them, they're the ones that give us all jobs, and they come here and they spend their money, and we're very, 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 very thankful to all of them.
So thankful, which is just why we want to give them a little bit of help, right? So, we thought that this year an amazing New York City institution retired David Letterman. So we are going to give you a top 10 list of the most annoying things about tourists.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Number 10, they get more excited about dinner at Bubba Gump Shrimp than Balthazar.
Yes. Number 9, you take them to the M&M store and they spend $300 on a bag of only red M&Ms when they could have just bought a bag of M&Ms at any corner bodega for $1 and given you a $299 tip.
They stand on the escalator, even on the left side.
Number 7, they stand in general. Wherever they are, they just stop and they just stand. Like at the corner of 5th Ave and 34th Street. So what? Was that just a place to stand and just look up? I mean, what are you looking at? You're standing there.
Number 6, they go to the same stores they have at home. Hey, let's go to American Eagle. Why? Because it's bigger.
Just bigger. That's it. Number 5, they walk onto the subway and they say, ew, it smells like pee. And then they walk through Central Park and they're like, ew, there are homeless people everywhere. And we're all just like, hey, this is our home. Don't talk about our cars, our yard, and our friends that way.
Number 4, they constantly comment about how expensive your rent is. And it's like, hey, I can get food delivered at 2 a.m. And they're like, yeah, but we can actually afford tickets to Hamilton.
Number 3, they get off the train at Times Square 42nd Street and immediately say, oh my God, I could never live here. It's like, yeah, neither could I, which is why I never go here. There's one reason and one reason only to be in Times Square, and that is to see a broad...
Painted boobs.
Okay.
It's to see painted boobs.
Alright, whatever.
Number 2, they come for one day and they say, hey, we want to go to the Statue of Liberty and then eat at Red Rooster in Harlem and then walk around Williamsburg because that's where they film Girls, and then go to a Yankees game, and somewhere can we squeeze in a trip to Woodbury Commons?
And number 1.
The number 1 most annoying thing about tourists.
Most annoying thing about tourists. They ask you for directions and you simply say, just take the A at 42nd, transfer the F at West 4th, get off the front of the train at the 2nd Avenue stop. But if it's a weekend, you have to take it to J Street Metro Tech, which is in Brooklyn, then you get over the platform and get back on another train that goes into Manhattan, in which case you want to get off at the back of the train. And they're just like, we'll take an Uber.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is for outstanding achievement in support of New York City tourism.
In his home neighborhood of Astoria, Queens, which is also my neighborhood, so I wonder if we know each other. Yeah. This gentleman is a prominent member of the Ophelia Theater Group, but guides and travelers from all over the world who visit the Statue of Liberty know him as the French sculptor, and I'm very nervous to say his name right now because, like an American, I speak one language. His name is Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi.
Please welcome Mr. Glenn Stoops! Glenn Stoops, everybody.
Welcome, Glenn.
Thank you. All right. 60 million tourists are expected to come to New York this year. Those, an estimated 4 million, wow, will come to Liberty Island. What the other 56 million are doing is nothing for me to say. But however tourism is practiced in the city, we all have to be grateful for it. Keeping nearly 200,000 New Yorkers employed, and 45,000 in the culture, recreation, and amusement fields. That includes people like you and me. And look at us. We get paid to talk about art and history, to express our opinions, until we find a way to get paid for drinking beer. And we'd be hard-pressed for a better way to make a living. The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Support of New York City Tourism are President of the Municipal Arts Society and the Rockwell Group, Vin Cipolla. Chairman of Tishman Spire, Jerry I. Spire. General Manager of One World Observatory, John Irvin. Executive Executive Director of Open House New York, Gregory Wessner. And the GANYC Apple Award goes to Gregory Wessner. Here it comes. Yeah, if you want to.
This is my worst nightmare. First of all, there are a lot of lights in my face. Susan was supposed to be here to show me the example of what I'm supposed to do right now. So I'm going to be the first person to accept an award. I want to say thank you first and foremost to the members of GANYC. You all have been incredible supporters of Open House New York over the years. You give tirelessly of your time and energy and talent, and so receiving this recognition from you is especially meaningful. It is also meaningful for us to get an award for tourism. This past Open House New York weekend, as an example, we, as you I think know, we opened up TWA Terminal every year. We had 8,000 people show up this year. People started lining up at 6:30 a.m. for an 11 o'clock opening. The first people in line, and this is why I love my job, the first people in line were a family who flew in from Wyoming the day before. To walk around an empty building. I mean, and I'm always amazed because I think taking the air train out there is bad enough, but to fly halfway across the country, I think it gives a testament to the power of incredible architecture and why this is the greatest city in the world. So.
Gentlemen, please welcome for the second time, Mr. and Mrs. Upper West Side.
Is this thing on?
Is this testing?
Come on out. So happy they have it in Symphony Space. If you had it anywhere else, I wouldn't be here, okay?
We actually, we live right here.
Yeah,
We
live in the rafters.
Yeah.
That's
We're the Phantom of the Symphony.
yeah.
That's us.
And I'll tell you what, this is the best darn group they've had here in weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All
Well,
right. Well, guess what they want us to
guess
to
what
do
we're
again this
gonna
year?
talk about?
We're doing the Preservation Award.
Reservation. The
Ha
old
ha
stuff.
ha! Wrap it up.
Ha ha ha. They're old.
Yeah,
We
they're
get it.
old. So
We get it.
we
What?
preserve them. We don't like your jokes, okay?
No.
It's not funny anymore.
But there is one good thing about it when you're as old as we are. You get to see exciting things happen in the city.
True.
And you know what? Sometimes the people that you knew since grammar school, they run for presidents
Yes,
of the
they do.
United States.
We went to school with Bernard Sanders in
Bernard.
Brooklyn.
Bernard.
Yes, we did.
Yes, in Midwood.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, here's a story I tell people about Bernard, all right?
Yeah. Yes.
We'd be at the lunch table,
Right.
and my mother always packed me cookies.
Right.
So I'd open up the cookies and I'd say, oh, look, there's a cookie, right? We'd have 5 or 6 of them. Bernard, on the other hand, his mom packed him carrots.
Carrots.
So here we go. It comes all the time to dessert time. And what does Bernard say? He's like, everybody put the carrots and the cookies in the middle of the table and everybody gets a carrot and everybody gets a cookie.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, this man's entire platform is based on his mother's bad desserts.
All based on that. But he remained that way through his entire life. He was always putting the needs of others before his own.
What are you talking about?
Well, so we've gone over this. It's in the past, but Bernard and I, we were lovers.
This is making me very upset right now. I
Sweetheart.
told you not to talk about this in front of the others.
It's in the
Your
past.
relationship with Bernard Sanders, I don't want to hear about it ever again.
It's all over, all right? sweetheart, but I do have to tell you, my friends Gloria and Madeline, they're always saying to me, Hillary puts the needs of women first. Well, let me be clear. Bernard Sanders puts the needs of women first.
Okay, oh my gosh.
I certainly felt the burn.
Okay,
All right, what? What,
we're gonna go into counseling backstage right now. I'm very upset.
Well, we got next up, we got the award for Outstanding Achievement in Support of New York City Preservation.
She is the curator of public programs at the Museum of the City of New York. Great town, by the way.
Oh.
Please welcome Ms. Frances Rosenfeld.
Oh, Frances Rosenfeld, I think my cousin, perhaps.
All right.
Frances, I knew you.
Does anyone here wish they could go back and see the original Madison Square Garden? Or Old Reservoir on 42nd Street? Does anyone wish Isaac Stern hadn't stepped in to save Carnegie Hall? Or Jackie Onassis hadn't stepped in to save Grand Central? Preservation gives our city and every city its charm, character, unique glory, and its soul. Without preservation, cities become interchangeable masses of glass boxes filled with people who no longer remember why they thought this was the place to be in the first place. The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Support of NYC Preservation are Executive Director of the Historic Districts Council, Simeon Bankoff. President of the New York Landmarks Conservancy, Peg Breen. Founder of #SaveNYC, Jeremiah Moss. And founding director of City Lore, Steve Zeitlin. And the GANYC Apple Award goes to Jeremiah Moss.
Accepting for Jeremiah Moss, Mr. Lee Greenfield.
So Jeremiah couldn't be here, oddly enough. I'm Lee Greenfield from Save NYC, but he presented a little something. Thank you to the Guides of the Association of New York City. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award and wish that I could be here to thank you all in person. Save NYC began just 1 year ago, and we're all proud to be raising awareness and promoting action and helping to preserve the authentic character of New York City. From small businesses to cultural institutions, all those things that give our city local flavor and meaning. Preservationist Jackie Onassis once said, "Is it not cruel to let our cities die by degrees, stripped of all her proud monuments, until there is nothing left of her history and beauty to inspire our children? If they are not inspired by the past of our city, where will they find the strength to fight for our future?" She was fighting to save Grand Central Station, but her words apply to monuments far less grand. In its small shops, newsstands, theaters, and more, New York is New York. It is not anywhere else in USA, and should never be. I hope you all join the fight and keep it real. Thank you. Save NYC.